Hey everyone, welcome back to Tractors and Stuff. In this video, we're going to explore a new upgrade that I just did this tractor that I've been super excited about doing, and it's finally done, yay. But let's take a rewind for a second. Let's go back several months ago now and take a look at when I first received this product. It's called the European style quick hitch, otherwise known as the hooks and balls. So links in the description for everything, and I'll be right back after you watch me just a few months ago. Of course, it starts snowing right when I start filming. It's been relatively nice the majority of the morning, but it's been just windy and I've been hesitating, but got to get out here and do what we got to do, right? So, all right. So I already opened up this one box. This isn't going to be a really good unboxing video. I don't really do those. So, but I already opened this one just to see, what it was like. The boxing itself is actually really good. They use these flat rate shipping boxes. Sent 2 of them. They're actually a box within a box because these are actually pretty heavy. So we got some paper. They're probably gonna try and blow away here. We got some chain. I'll explain what I think this is for in a bit. Same with the spring. I'm not sure exactly what this is for, but I have an idea. Then we got one of the hooks. So this is where we're gonna weld on. It looks like there's some tape here that they put down as like a masking tape to expose the bare metal behind it. So we got that. We got some balls. These, like you saw in the first part, just sit right inside there, and that latches down like that, captivating that ball. So we got 2 hooks. Let me get this one opened up here. Whew, it is cold too. Oh, didn't need to do that. Here's the other one. As far as I can tell, there is no left and right, though it does have lettering, but it's all on the same side, so it doesn't. I don't think it really matters. I'm not going to say it matters. And we have a ball here with the flange. It's like a category 2 ball. These are category 1. Oh my God. This is just horrible. I might have to stop. Well, that was insane. We had a big old snowstorm come through and just hammer this wind and blowing snow sideways for a while. So hopefully that's done and over with for a little bit. We can get this busted out. So kind of taking off where we left off. We got some Cat 2 balls with flanges here. We got some spacers. I'll show you how these work. What is this? Cat 2 ball, just the ball. It's like another one. And then some, yeah, I can't read that, it's Italian. Look like just some clips or something. I'm not too sure what these are for. So, now, when I ordered this kit, I ordered more balls and everything for my applications, my implements. So let's get that box open now and see what we got in there. Like I said, I haven't actually opened this one yet. So they did a great job, like I was saying before. They wrapped the entire box, it looks like, in duct tape. Double boxed. Close that before I cut myself. Paper. More paper. All right. So here it looks like we have a Cat 1 ball with flange. Here's another one. More spacers. Another cat one with flange. Another one with a flange. Another one with a flange. And a bunch of these cat one balls. These are they're smaller round than, let me see if I can get this guy out of here. They're smaller round than, this is a cat 2 to cat 1 hole. The holes are the same size in the middle, but the outside diameter is smaller. So these ones were hard to find. These ones you can pick up just about anywhere. So I'll use these ones on my heavier duty implements, and I'll use these ones like on my lighter duty implements. That makes sense. I'm sure they're strong, just as strong as everything else, but they certainly don't lock in that well. So I actually probably won't be using these at all, which means I can't use these. I just realized that. That's a bummer. Oh well. We got some of these. We got a whole bunch of these with the flange. Not the end of the world. These were only a couple dollars a piece, so I'm sure I could probably return them. So let me get this cleaned up, get the table out of the way, and we'll show you what we have to do to get these actually installed on the tractor now. Okay, so we're over here on the link here, and I need to take this part out of this part. And this is the pin right here that when you actuate this, it rides up and it allows the link to extend. We're not going to be modifying these at all. What I'm going to do is replace these with what I currently have and some stock that I picked up at the steel store. So I need to get these out though. The way to do that is just take this key out. I can. Of course, it's got a spin on me. I need to get something to hold that. I got the key out, pin out, take this washer off, push the pin out. This is under spring tension, there's a little spring inside of here. But now this should just slide right out. Of course it won't. Why won't it? Take a little bit of extra force to get it to come out, but it came out. Let's head back over to the table and I'll show you what I got a plan for. Okay, so I got everything kind of laid out here. You'll notice that I only have 5 of these balls with the flange. That's because I sold them out. I took the last 5 that they had, so otherwise there would be 6 here. I do have to get obviously some more balls like this since the ones I ordered were wrong. I still don't know what these are for. I've looked them up a little bit. I can't seem to find out what they're for. I don't think they're actually going to be used. Kind of like this chain. This chain will go from these rings right here on the links, like up to the back of the tractor, so you can like pull up on the chain to release these. This might be useful if you have an open station tractor. With a cab tractor, it might be useful if I open up the back window, but chances are I have to get off anyway to disconnect the top link and to, you know, disconnect hydraulic hoses or PTO or something like that. So I'm not going to be using this. Just like the spring, I believe, is to keep these links together. And that could be what these are for, is to weld on somehow, some way, to hook these on to keep the links from spreading themselves out. My links are pinned where I can adjust them with a pin. I'm not worried about them spreading out or moving around. So this might be useful if you don't have that kind of adjustment on your tractor, on your 3-point, but I do, so that's what's gonna just get put aside. So here's the link, the one I just took off. I just put this pin back in to kind of show you for demonstration purposes. When it's all the way in, that's what it looks like. It's got this little L here, and when it's locked in place, it's down here like this. So what I plan on doing is duplicating this with this 3/4 inch bar here and this link. So I'll weld it like this at the same angle. At the same angle that this is. It's got a nice angle right there. Right here's the angle. So I'll do the same thing up at the shop. I'll put a nice angle into it and weld it super strong in place. I'll probably use 6011 for filler, and I'll cap it off with 7018 welding rod. And then, before I weld it on there, I'm going to essentially drill a hole right there for the pin to go right through it. Since these are hooks, I don't need to ever extend these, right? These don't need to be extended at all. I'm gonna be able to just hook up right underneath them. If I come in kind of at an awkward angle, I just hook them up. I mean, turn the steering wheel, hook them up. So extending these, I don't think it's going to be an issue at all. And, you know, I could mill this L out and make them extendable, but that's just going to be too much work for no real reason. Like I said, I'm never going to extend these out, or these out. So that's where I'm at now. I'm going to take the other one off, and I'm going to head up to the shop and get them welded up. I can't film up there, so I'm just going to kind of show what's going on with the processes with maybe some voiceover and some photographs. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna get this all cleaned up and head up to the shop, and we'll see you in a little bit. So in the last segment there, we removed this. This is the stock lower link. I have them labeled so I know which way they go, just at a glance. And I had to reproduce these. Now, I said in that last video that I was gonna go up to my neighbor's house and do all the work up there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to film any of that, and I didn't actually do it up at his place. I ended up, the one reason it took me so long was I ended up putting a sub panel in my garage, buying a big welder and wiring it up. And I did all this work right here in my own shop, and unfortunately I didn't capture any of it. So I do apologize for that, but I'm going to explain now exactly what I did and show you exactly the end result. So here we have this lower link, and I wanted to match this exactly. The only difference is this L-shape cutout that's right here. So this is going to change, and what I wanted to do is just simply drill a hole right here. But everything else needed to be exactly the same. The contour of the top of the metal here, the thickness, this little angled part being cut down here. The angle from this part to this part needed to be the same. The twist that's in this part here, and the distance need to be exactly the same. So let's take a look at what happened. So here it is, all done, all completed. This is the one for the right side. Right side? Yeah, right side. And you can see my welds. It's not too shabby. That new welder works out really well. I beveled this all in with the grinder, and I did a root pass with 6011, and then I capped it with 7018, and then I did the little end pieces here with MIG just to block it up. So I drilled the hole. That's a 1-inch hole for a 3/4 inch pin. So there's a little bit of play in this, not much. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. So again, the hard parts here was this angled piece here, this cut. As you might be able to tell in the video, I actually did that with a torch. And then I used a grinder to grind that down. Only because trying to hold that piece of metal in the bandsaw or chop saw or something like that was such a pain in the butt. I couldn't actually hold it and cut it. So I just whipped out the torch and cut it off with the torch. I then had to cut this angle here and really contour down the sides all around. Then I had to work on that angle. So if I hold that straight up and down, you'll see that this is kicked off to the side. It also has a slight twist in it. And all of these things are very important. And obviously the length is important. So we'll talk more about the length here in just a second. But let's get this guy installed really quick so we can head out to the field and I can show you exactly how this thing works. So come with me. Okay, so here we are on the right side link, and I'm just going to take this, and I know now that this will fit in there just perfect. Lots of trial and error to get that to do what it just did. Let me zoom out just a little bit so you can see the link. So then we're going to take our 3/4 inch pin and our washer. Oh, can't see that. 3/4 inch pin and our washer. They come in from the inside, and I need to pick up this extension just a little bit to find that hole. The washer. And then the cotter key. Now this is all kind of bent up. I've used it a few times now, so hopefully it'll go in there without too much trouble. Now we're going to use the proper tool for the proper job. There we go. Now I have channel locks here. And the reason why we need channel locks is to hold the head of this bolt, or this pin, to keep it from rotating while I bend these around. Get on there. Oh. There. Doesn't have to be pretty, but it does have to hold. All right, so now that we got these hooks installed, let's go install some of the balls out on some of the implements down in the lower lot and hook up to them and see how they work. I think they're gonna work pretty awesome. So the way these go on, it's got a pin, and the pin is on a chain, and that's it. That's all it is. It's just a ball with a flange on it, and this is your normal pin. You slide that on. This goes through the hole and snaps down. Now I want to make sure that you have the flange pointing down so it can kind of guide the hook onto the ball itself. So there's another type of ball that comes without the flange. Now these are category 2 balls with category 1 hitches. Or it's category 2 ball with a category 1 inner diameter. So this is just the ball. So I got some spacers on here. This is on my box blade, and it doesn't need a flange because it's captured by these two ears. And we've got pins on either side and spacers in the middle to hold that ball kind of relatively in place. So I come up in here, I got to clean all this dirt. I just installed these. I got to come up in here behind there with the hook and hooks onto these balls. It makes for super easy hooking and unhooking of implements. Okay, so now why do I choose to do this quick hitch versus some of the other quick hitches that are out there? The answer is length. Ease, that's a good answer. There's lots of different answers, but the big one is the length. I have some implements with PTO shafts, and using one of those one-piece quick hitches from like Harbor Freight, or almost everybody makes a version of it. It adds about 6 to 8 inches of length from where your links are currently at to where they're going to be at now. For some people, that's not a problem at all, but for PTO shafts, it is a problem, especially if they're custom cut to mate with my tractor. If I push that out 6 to 8 inches, well, there might not be enough PTO shaft engaging one another on that telescoping shaft. So these links, they add a little bit of length, not much. The way I have them cut and made in there, it adds about a ½ an inch of length total. They look bigger because they are physically bigger. So, but the other issue too is cost. So you might be like scratching your head. I can pick up a Harbor Freight quick hitch for about $100. Yeah, that's true. You can, but then you're gonna buy all the little pins and all the little bushings and the top link couplers and a bunch of different things that with this system, it's kind of those buy once, cry once. It's a couple $100. AgriStore USA, link in the description for everything that I got. And then you can just use the same balls and move them around if you want. I went the little extra mile and I bought a bunch of balls for every piece of equipment that I have. And that way I just can unhook and hook and move around and that sort of thing. They also make a hook and ball for your top link. But I just discovered that and I haven't ordered one yet, and I'm not going to, not for a while, because I'm kind of tapped financially after all these upgrades. So those one-piece quick hitches are really awesome. They really are great. If you can have them, use them. The Pat's Easy Change, I was sold on that, and because it doesn't add that much length. But reading some of the reviews and looking at some of the issues that has where they come loose and that sort of thing, and it's basically the same thing as this, but they're kind of bolt on, they're clamp on. These are weld on, they're not going anywhere, and they're going to stay on this tractor for the lifetime of the machine. You could take your existing lower link here and actually cut this weld that's right here, and then just simply weld those hooks directly onto here, and then these would be telescoping. The reason I didn't do that was because what if I need to use these again, right? So I need to be able to quickly switch back and forth, and I can with that pin. I mean, you saw how quick and easy that was, just to pull that cotter pin, pull out that 3/4 inch pin, slide out that hook, slide this back in, put the pin back in, and now I'm back to stock. So, and the hooks, I didn't do the little L thing in the hooks because they don't need it. They don't need to extend to help you hook up, because they're hooks and balls. So you just drive underneath it and hook it up and pick it up and hook up your top link, your PTO shaft, and you're done. No more do I have to kick on the side of the link, the stock link, to try and drive that pin through this hole. All I need to do is just come underneath it, hook it up, and away we go. Really, really a game changer around here. So, so why a quick hitch though? I get that question a lot. Why isn't this just simply good enough? And how come US manufacturers or tractors sold in the US have these if there's better things out there? This is old, and that's why. Everybody makes implements with those pins, and these go on those pins here in the US. But why a quick hitch? It's kind of a pain in the butt to hook and unhook implements all the time, isn't it? And I get lazy. And if there's a project I need to do that I know is only going to take me a few minutes, but it means that it's going to take me a half an hour to unhook what I have hooked up, hook up to what I need to hook up, do the job for 5 or 10 minutes, unhook that implement, and then hook up to what I had on it to continue with that bigger project I was working on, I'm not going to do it. So with this, it's simple. So now I'm more productive. I can get more stuff done because it's easier to change out my implements. So that's why. So anyway, I've rambled on enough about this. It really is awesome. I suggest you do the same thing to your tractor if you have one. If not, take a look at one of the other styles. You know, there's lots of different quick hitches out there. This is the one that I chose, and it works for me. And you know, you don't need to have a welder or a torch or a bandsaw or anything like that. And you can still do this. There's lots of local welding shops, or maybe your friend has a welder or something like that. Go kick him a case of beer to have him weld these up for you. It really didn't take me that long once I got my welder and was up and running. Unfortunately, like I said, I wasn't able to use my neighbor's shop, and I won't be able to use it anymore either, unless it's very special stuff. So that's a whole different topic for another day. So anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Nick with Tractors and Stuff. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.